dedication, hard work, dedication, hard work. I'm a one-man army. One-man army. The world can go against me. I'm still come on top. I got God on my side. Dedication, hard work, 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 dedication.
Hello, what is going on, beautiful people? Welcome back. It is great to see ya. Welcome back to the channel. This is X-Plane 11, yeah. And today we'll be flying the new Coronado Beechcraft Baron 58, the X-Plane 11 version. And as the title says, we'll be on Pilotedge network today. So that should be a lot of fun. Really only for the departure, honestly, because today's plan is to fly from Monterey Regional to Modesto, which is one of our airports on FSEconomy. And then we'll continue from Modesto to a place called Sacatar Meadows. That's going to be pretty challenging approach into that place. So it's two short flights. First flight's like 75 miles. Second flight's like 170. So first flight can take us like 30 minutes. Second flight might take us 45. We'll be switching to the Caravan for the second flight. And no, I will not be showing my face. I've been spoiling you guys too much with the face camera lately. But taking some me time face break today, and I'm just gonna go game only today, if that's okay with you. I mean, I don't know. In my opinion, it doesn't really change much. It's the same thing. But whatever. What's up, Mike? Good to see you. Gamer Boy, welcome to the stream. Aviation Ryan, welcome. Just Yarn was happening. Who else we got in here early? Jet Aviation, good to see you. Albert the Farmer, what's up, man? Props and Wheels. Infinite Flight 117. Nicholas, I'm such a cutie. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. I can't see your face, but welcome to the stream. Patricio, what's happening? Good to see you guys. So I can only fit 5 of you guys in this plane. It's real tiny. Real small. So yeah, I only fit 5 of you guys in here, so first come first serve. So anyways, let's get started because we got some flying to do, and I'm starting late already anyways. I wanted to actually do this flight 2 hours ago, so we would have been done. We'd actually be ending our stream by now, but yeah, I didn't get it in time. I had stuff I was doing and all of that, so whatever. Anyways, let's get started. Super simple. We are using the reality expansion pack for the Baron 58, and I absolutely recommend that if you're gonna fly this plane by either Coronado or even the Laminar default version on X-Plane 11, that you should definitely get the reality expansion pack. It adds so much, man. It feels like a whole new plane when you add that to it. I don't think that link is in the description. Matter of fact, it is definitely not. I'll have to get in there by the time I post this on YouTube. But just search that reality expansion pack for the Baron 58, and you can find like that. Airplane Aviation or Nation, what's up, man? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Anyways, yeah. So let's do it. We got to do the walk around first. We actually don't have passengers loaded yet, so let's make that happen. We are using FSEconomy today. Airline is Blue Arrow Charters. That is my flight group. Matter of fact, I think we already have. No, we got to log in. Log in, hit start flight. That's gonna load 5 passengers, loading from Monterey to Modesto. We got 1 Twitch subscriber, 1 Blue Arrow executive, 1 business executive, another Blue Arrow executive, and a big surfer. So it might be a little wet in here if he didn't dry his clothes off. So that's what we have in the back seat right now, and they should be paying us some good money for this flight. What's up, gamer? All right, so walk around is first. So let's make that happen. Make sure the sounds are nice and up. Let me know if the sounds are okay. I might turn the music down a little bit. But I am feeling those vibes right now, and I will bring music back in here a little bit later. So first off, as I said, I'll go to the left side of my screen, click on the walk around, and this is gonna have us go through the entire setup of this aircraft. Control lock, remove and stow, parking brake is set, that's right there. Let's see, what does that say? All switches are off, trim tab set to 0. Thank you, who is that? Thank you, Daniel TV, for the host on Twitch. Appreciate that, my friend. Do I have a closer view of this? I do, okay. All right, so we need to be set to 0 for the trim, which is this way. And there we go. All right, cool. Next. Uh-oh, hold on, I think I messed it up. I think I messed it up by going to my quick views. Let's try it again. All right, there it is. All right, second page, load distributor, check and secure, that's all good. Static port, that's all good. Control services, let's go and check that. All right, looks good to me. Control services, clear of obstructions and tail and cone lights. I'll check those. All right, that's good, that's good. See you, Mike. Gamer, what's up? Just came through with a donation. Please play Infinite Flight on casual server. I know you donated, but you can't pay me to do that. Sorry. I do appreciate your donation though, but I have a strict rule of not flying on casual servers for live streams. I may sneak in there every once in a while on a just as for fun, like outside of the stream, but I just can't. Sorry, man. But thank you again, Gamer, for that donation. And my dog is scratching in the background. That's what he does when I stream. All right, next. Let's go to the next. Cabin air inlets, clears obstructions, cabin air outlets, static port, all antennas, lower beacon check. Another reason that, and we're talking about Infinite Flight, by the way. Another reason that I don't fly on casual server, not only because it gets crazy whenever, if I try to stream on casual or training server, but also I try to, I'm challenging you guys who are on Infinite Flight to do better, to get better. Like if you just bought the game and you want me to come stream on trainings on casual server just because you've been playing for 1 week, like that's not fair for everybody else. Because for everybody else, I hold the rest of you guys to a standard. I'm like, hey, get your stuff together, figure out how to play this game, get your landings in, get your XP up, and then we can fly together. That's basically what my standard is if you want to fly with me on Infinite Flight. But anyways, this is X-Plane. So what's up? All right, so we're going through the walk around right now. We're going to check our flaps, looking good. That's how it's supposed to be. Ailerons up, down, that's good. What's up, Alan? Good to see you, man. Dominica Aviation, hello. Yeah, Cal, what's up? All right, fuel, we're good. Actually, are we? Yeah, we're good. We have just enough fuel to get there. We're not like, we'll get rid of that tie down, and we'll get rid of that chalk. No problem, Nathan, man. I wish we could have came too, but it's all good. We'll make it happen someday. All right, engine oil, looking good. Our quantity is, we're good. Remove that. Check the engine cowling, engine air intake, remove cover and check. Propeller check. Toggle pitot tube cover, remove cover and examine, looking good up here. And taxi light check. Heater air inlets, that looks good as well. Baggage door is closed and secure. Engine oil on the right engine looks good. Engine cowling check, we'll toggle that cover. And propeller check, everything looks good here. Remove the chocks and we'll remove the tie down. All right, cool, and we're looking good. We have plenty of fuel. We should, no water contamination in it. Ailerons, we'll go ahead and check those. So the reality expansion pack, if you didn't know, it adds a lot more realism to the Baron, including these little checks, and all these sounds are custom. All right, we'll finish that and we're ready to go. So all we need to do, we are on Pilotedge, so we actually need to ask for clearance to get out of here. We can't just leave. So I have to remind myself, because a lot of times I do flights. I do flights offline, and so I have to remind myself that I actually have to ask for clearance on the way out. So we'll do a radio check and all that stuff. Let me get my notes up and make sure that I have what I need for today's flight, because I got everything written down, or it should be Should be written down. All right, cool. All right, let's go and turn the battery on. Nice. Off top, just got a new PC and you're planning on getting X-Plane. Would you guys like me to go through the checklist, or should I just do my own thing? We do have a checklist here on kneeboard, and I can go through that. It's not that long on this plane, but I didn't know if you guys were interested in that. I could do it, but I'm probably just not gonna do it. So hopefully, don't forget anything. All right, that's on. We can't turn the avionics on until we turn the engines on. At least that's what I believe. That's what it said somewhere in the manual or something. I don't know. But what we need to do is turn the fuel mixture up, and we'll go full throttle, which is kind of weird, right? And then we'll. Oh, actually, before we do that, we need to check the cow. This is probably why I should do a checklist. Matter of fact, we're gonna do a checklist. Dang it, because I'm already forgetting steps. Okay, so before starting, seats, position and lock. Seatbelt, shoulder harness are locked. Let's see, hyphen. Appreciate it, hyphen game. Thank you for understanding, bro, and thank you again, bro, for that donation. That is greatly appreciated. Every little bit helps, man. I really appreciate it. But no problem, man. No hard feelings. I wouldn't like offended. It's just I get asked that pretty often, and I'm just letting you know why I am not able to do that. Seatbelt signs and shoulder harness fastened and adjusted. Parking brake is set. That's our thing right here. All avionics should be off. Landing gear handle is confirmed down. Fuel selectors are checked on. Let's go do that. Fuel selector on. All circuit breakers checked. That's on our left side over here, and they look good. I don't even know if I can actually press them. I don't think I can. Beacon, actually battery switch and beacon on. So battery switch is on, and let's turn the beacon on. And I usually turn the nav lights on too. That's the wingtip lights. See, landing gear position lights. You should see that illuminate right there. Emergency landing gear. Hand crank is stowed. We'll go to the next page. Next, mixture control, full rich. Propeller control, full rich. Full forward, and throttle full open. And then we're gonna go ahead and do the fuel pump. So go hold that. Make sure you don't flood the engine. Wait till the peaks and let go. Enable engine number 1. Wait till it peaks and let go. If you do it too long, you'll flood the engine and you won't be able to start the aircraft. All right, here we go. Engine 1. And alternators on. Checking oil pressure, EGT, RPM, everything's good. Engine 2. Don't worry, hyphen gamer. Let me turn that down actually. Don't worry, hyphen gamer. I'll read your messages whether you donate or not. You don't have to donate for me to read your messages. Avionics. All right, cool. So both engines are on. We'll turn the right alternator on. I'm actually gonna shut this window so that we can hear. And I forgot to shut the doors. That's not on the checklist. But it's closed now. A lot quieter in here now. It's a pretty loud plane, so I gotta watch my levels. Yeah, it's holding 11 minutes. All right, so avionics can now come on now that the engines are both on. Let's go ahead and bring our RPMs down to just about 1,000. There we are, and avionics are on. Let's go ahead and put our flight plan in. We're just gonna do VFR, fly direct to Modesto today. We've been flying there a lot, I know. We did that in the King Air as well. If you're interested in any of the scenery we'll be flying today, you can. Links will be in the description. MRY to MOD, Kilo, Mike, Oscar, Delta. That is our flight plan today. That is it. That's simple. Hit CDI, make sure that's synced. And now we just need to get the ATIS for Monterey. For waypoint info, I am using the GTN 750 today. Frequencies and ATIS 119.25. Listen. Would I recommend this aircraft? Yes. If you don't already have a Baron 58, or if you have the default. Honestly, I more recommend the reality expansion pack rather than the aircraft itself. And I can't hear the ATIS at all. Why turn that up? I know I have information Juliet, but I can't hear the ATIS. Where is the microphone? What's up, Jefferson, man? Good to see you. I can barely. Hold on. Be quiet. Alright guys, we have information Juliet. I'm not sure if you guys could hear it. It was pretty quiet and the engines are pretty loud, so it's kind of tough to hear that ATIS just now, but I was able to hear it. We have information Juliet. The active runways are 28 left and 28 right. If you're interested, this right here, this is where we are on the north end of the airport, and we have 28 left, 28 right. So we'll see which one we end up getting. So now let's go ahead and tune into clearance delivery. Which I can go in here. If it's not in here, I do have them already in my notes. We need clear 13545 and switch. Hyphen gamer, yes, I already read your second super chat message about you not forcing me, so it's all good. No worries. Alright, let's get a real quick radio check with ATC. Monterey clearance, Baron 16 Bravo radio check.
Baron 16 Bravo, Monterey, loud and clear.
Great, alright, I got him. I gotta turn him up a bit. Monterey clearance, Baron 16 Bravo, requesting flight following to Modesto at 5,500 with information Juliet.
And calling for flight following to Modesto, verify call sign.
Baron 16 Bravo.
Baron 16 Bravo, Monterey clearance, NorCal departure frequency 121.3, squawk 3046 3046.
Departure on 121.3 and squawking 3046 for Baron 16 Bravo.
Number 16 Bravo, read back correct.
Alright, we got that plugged in. Departure's going to be on... actually, I'm not going to put that in yet, because we actually go to ground next. Actually, we can go ahead and do that now. We'll go ahead and switch to ground since we got our reback and our clearance already. And we'll go to waypoint info. This is kind of like the cheat way to do it. I already have all these listed like in my notes, but the easy way to do it, if you have a GTN, is just go ahead and do this and click on it and switch it. After we come from ground, we're going to need to go to tower, so we'll go ahead and pre-select tower in our standby, just like that. 1184 will be Monterey Tower, and then after that we'll get departure on 1213. So once we get on... Alright, we're back. Sorry if that was a little hiccup. It happens pretty often actually when I stream X-Plane. I'm not sure what it is, but my OBS decides to crash a lot of times. So we are back. Let me know that you can hear me, that you can see everything. You didn't miss anything. All I was doing was changing my altitude to 5,500, which is what we requested. But he may give us something different once we get clearance for takeoff today. So we got our altimeter set. We got our transponder set. We are ready to go. If any of my mods are listening now, if you could send the Discord link in the chat for these guys. All right, we're on ground. Let's see, are we on ground? Yes, we are on ground. So where are we? I think you would call this the west ramp, I assume. Monterey ground, bearing 16 Bravo at the west ramp, ready to taxi with Juliet.
So 16 Bravo, Monterey ground, runway 28 left, taxi via Alpha.
28 left via Alpha, bearing 16 Bravo. Alright, we're ready to go. Let's do it. It's only our first flight. We got 2 flights to do today. This will be a short one. Alright, racing the park and brake. Taxi lights on. It's a nice clear day today. We'll take Alpha to 28 left. Can you guys still hear me? Is the stream alright? I know the stream actually paused for a couple seconds, but we should be back. We should still be online. It's showing that we are live right now, and I have not dropped any frames, so please let me know. Alright, this should be Alpha right here. But it's been a while since I've done a stream. I haven't done a stream on Pilotedge since I flew the PC-12. We did a very similar route though. We flew into Monterey, I think, and then out of Monterey. And I think after that we flew to Circle El Ranch, which is another one of our FSEconomy FBOs. Thank you, fly with me. We're all good now. And
1399 between ground.
yeah, so that was
right
a decent flight. So
departure,
today,
Cortez,
again, if you're just joining in,
in,
and sorry again for the hiccup in the stream, but the plan is a flight from Monterey, short 75-mile flight to Modesto, one of our main airports that we have, and then from there we'll switch to the Caravan and fly out into the mountains. That's going to be the flight I'm really looking forward to.
1399, read me correct.
You know me, I love flying out in the mountains. Alright, we're on Alpha. We're going to go all the way to the end, unless it gives us an intersection departure. You can see me. No, you can't. This is Pilotedge, friend. We're not on VATSIM today. VATSIM rarely has ATC in America at this time of day. We'll go flaps down for takeoff today. And I'm also going to turn the pitot heats. And that's all we really need. It's not cold or anything. But yeah, I was like, man, I've had a pilot subscription for a while, and I don't use it as much as I should. And I really enjoy it, like I really do. To be honest with you, the main reason that I don't fly Pilotedge more is just being lazy. Like that's really it. It's just me being lazy. Like I just don't. Sometimes like I want to do flights, I just don't want to. I am taxiing pretty fast. We're at 30 knots right now. I just don't want to like have to have somebody babysitting me. You know, I want to like take off, forget about it, come back, like go do other things, come back, and then land. That's usually what I want to do. All right, we're almost at the end of the runway. Alright, we'll hold short here before we get to 28 left, and he probably will pass us to tower. He didn't say switch to tower. Alright, parking brake is set. I assume we can, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch to tower. And then we'll get our departure put in, which is 1213. And enter. And ready to go, guys. Day's going pretty good so far, man. Thanks for asking. Monterey Tower, bearing 16 Bravo, holding short 28 left, ready to go. Turn my transponder's already
16
on.
Bravo, Monterey to make right downwind departure, wind variable at 5, runway 28 left, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff to a left, right downwind departure. Banger 16 Bravo. Alright. That means we make a right turn onto the downwind. Yes, sir. Well, the GTN, the Garmin we have right here is actually not a part of the initial download of the Baron 58. It's a extra add-on, so don't expect to buy this plane and get that with it. It's not going to come with it. Definitely, like, a friend of mine talked me into getting it a while back, and I haven't regretted it. Alright, we're good to go, guys. Full throttle on takeoff. We're rolling. Airspeed's alive. Trying to hold center line is 80 knots. Plane's getting light, and we're airborne. What up, Sauce King? Gear up. And I'm gonna go ahead and make our turn. Flaps up.
Fair 45 X-ray, Sierra City Center, good afternoon. Maintain VFR Squawk 6563.
This first flight's only 30 minutes. Alright, looking for a right downwind, guys, so... What? Oh my god, hold on. White dog goes nuts.
Everyone 6 Bravo, take NorCal departure. Number 45 X-ray, Sierra radar contact 40 miles to the south of Lewiston VOR. And Lewiston altimeter 29995. Go ahead with your request. Number 5 X-ray Sierra, confirm aircraft type and verify altitude. November 5 X-ray, roger, thank you. And I'll have a handoff to you for Billy's approach here shortly. Bear 16 Bravo, North departure, good afternoon, radar contact, altimeter 3025, maintain VFR.
Sorry, guys. Yeah. The dog is back. This is why I told you guys this last week. I was like, this is why I tell people never freaking ring my doorbell, ever. That right there. It doesn't matter if I'm streaming or not, it's annoying as heck. But it's like, what do I do? I'm on Pilotedge, like, I can't pause. Like, I don't even know who it is. I honestly don't even know. Like, I know it ain't nobody, it's not nobody I know. Because they wouldn't ring the doorbell. Anyway, so you did miss a couple calls there. I got switched over to NorCal departure. And we already reported with them and they told us to maintain VFR, so now we're maintaining VFR. And then we're pretty much just gonna fly on back on course from here now. We're clear of the Class Charlie. Actually, we're not clear of the Class Charlie Monterey. We're still in it. But he's pretty much giving us freedom to go about our business. Still hand flying it. The plane feels great. The reality expansion pack adds a bit more realism, not only to how it sounds, how you set it up, how you start it, but also it adds to the flight model as well. So it feels a bit more, it feels more authentic to the Baron as well. And I've really enjoyed it. Honestly, I've put off getting the reality expansion pack for probably a year or two because it's been out a long time. And I finally got it recently before I did my last Baron video, and I was like, oh my god, I've been missing out, seriously. Alright, so right now we're at, it looks like 4,000 Coming up on 4,500. Our goal is 5,500. We'll get there easy. This thing is gonna get there pretty quick. It's the perfect day, man, for VFR flying. It looks beautiful. It really does. It's clear skies. I'm using real weather right now, so this is what the real life weather is like over Monterey, California. That's Monterey right over there, off our left wing, a little like where it goes, where the ocean kind of curves in right there. That's where Monterey is. Yes, no problem, Fran3. Like the Garmin add-on is called the RXP, I think. Reality XP GTN 750, and I've been using it probably for about a year now, I think. Again, somebody recommended it to me, and the cool thing about it is it doesn't just work on this plane. It's a third-party add-on that you can use on pretty much any plane for the most part. Very few planes has it not worked on, and the only plane for me that it hasn't worked on is the Eclipse by Aerobask, and that's because they already have one in the plane, so it gets confused of what's going on when you try using two GTNs at the same time. But the way you see it showing up in this plane, because right now it's incorporated in the 3D cockpit. Not every plane has that. It's only specific planes it works like that. Like for Coronado, a lot of the newer planes they've been doing in 2019, late 2018, all have this add-on incorporated inside of it. So all you gotta do is already have GTN 750. As soon as you load up the plane and you activate GTN 750, it just pops up into your cockpit just like this. The same with the Bonanza F33 has it. The Piper PA31 or 32 Navajo has it. I have that plane as well. There's a bunch of other planes that Coronado has incorporated in. Now Coronado's not the only one that has this possibility. Other developers have also incorporated it, including the King Air 350 that just came out, the real popular one. They said, I don't know how long it's going to take, but they said that they're going to be incorporating it into their plane as well. And I'm really hoping that they do, because it needs it badly. Right now it's only using the default FMS, and it needs something better for its flight management software. The GTN 750, it does so much, man. Alright, what are we at right now? I think we are actually high. Yeah, we're high. We're at 6,000 something, so I'm gonna start descending here. And we actually should have pulled the props back. I forgot to do that. Pull the props back to 2,500. I was talking too much, that's what happened. Right there should be good. Hit the prop sync, and that always happens to me. It says you should do this manually. I just did. It says you should manually reduce the RPM difference. Okay, we're good. Pulling the prop back is what you should do at the takeoff. And we're not cruising yet, so I'm gonna leave my mixture to where it is. I'm gonna just send down to 5,500, which is what we were planning on doing. But look at this beautifulness right here, flying over Northern California, near Monterey. It just looks gorgeous, man. This is why it never gets old to me, man. Flying out here in California, like I would love to go to California just to be a pilot. There's just so many airports. Like you kind of get a best of everything. You can get some nice VFR flying, but then down in Southern California, you can get some good IFR flying where you fly a little bit longer distances. What's up, Dakota? Good to see you. I don't think you can use infinite flight on two devices at the same time. You have to be logged in. I don't think you can. Let's pull the power back, descending here. Yeah, we're not at the correct altitude. We're at 6,800, and we'd be at odd 5,000 to be flying the correct VFR altitude for our direction. Pulling the power back, trying to keep this thing from going into the yellow. Because with the reality expansion pack, depending on how you fly the plane, you can actually damage the engines, damage the internal compartments of the plane. Like, you know, it'll tell you if you need to replace spark plugs or this and that, just from the way you fly the plane. So if you fly the plane recklessly and do a bunch of crazy stuff that's unrealistic, then you'll come home with a damaged plane, and you have to actually use virtual dollars to fix those things. We're almost down 5,500. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put, I don't really want to go, let's go ahead and level off here. I don't really want to put autopilot on, honestly, because I like flying it by hand for a little while, you know. Where is the autopilot? The autopilot's down here. Show you. Right here. This is the autopilot. This small little compartment. Thank you, Raven. Yeah, it is a gorgeous state. And this is just us departing. We're actually gonna fly over a bunch more mountains out here, and then our second leg, our second flight in the Caravan is gonna be gorgeous, man. So as a lot of you guys know, I've been and I posted on Instagram too, like I've been learning and working on making scenery and things like that. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and turn autopilot on so I can talk and not have to focus on this anymore. Let's go do that. So let's go over here, turn the yaw damper on, go into nav. That's gonna go ahead and bring our flight director up and tell us which way to fly, and then we can hit autopilot. And now I can let go.
45 X-ray, Sierra, contact buildings approach 120.5.
And then I want to be at 5,500, so let's set that. Right now we are below. Yes, we're below. So go vertical speed mode, and we'll climb about 500 feet per minute, and that should be good. Cool, plane's flying itself now. Very simple autopilot. Is what easy to use, First Officer Hausen? Oh yeah, autopilot's super easy. I mean, look at
Farmington ground runway.
look at what I just did. Like, that was super simple. Like, there's very few buttons to do. Like, you hit yaw damper, autopilot, flight director, heading mode, nav mode, approach mode. I think that's reverse, like reverse approach mode. Then altitude and up and down. Like, it's not very much to this autopilot. That's it. And that's separate. All of this, these. What happened? Why are we stalling? Oh, I know why. We need power. Problem. All right. Yeah, I forgot that I pulled the power back whenever we were descending. So when we were trying to cruise, we stalled. So that's what I get for not paying attention to the controls. Right, autopilot back on, and we're at. Yeah, we still need to climb. Hit arm, vertical speed, and switch to 500 feet is fine per minute on the climb. You just left the server. I am flying from Monterey to Modesto. It's a short 30-minute flight. Turn the land lights off. And I'll leave the rest on. Do I know what X-Life is? Yes, I know what it is. I do not have it. Jonah, I'm doing good, man. Good to see you, man. But yeah, as I was saying before we were stalling, these 3 screens are default in the Coronado Baron 58. This top one is not default. This is another add-on that you buy that's called GTN 750. Absolutely worth it in my opinion. The only thing, the downside that most people have about the GTN 750 is the fact that you, for some reason, can't update it to your Navigraph ARIC data, which makes no sense to me. I don't understand why they don't just work together. So the ARIC data on this is a little bit older than the current, for like maybe a few cycles older. It's not like super old, but it's a few cycles older, so it's a little behind, sadly. And I have not figured out how to update it. I don't think anybody has. Thank you so much, John. I really appreciate that, man.
Sky 6402, reading ground. Clear to San Francisco Airport, Shasta 3 departure, radar vector.
Yeah, you were way out in LAX. No wonder you didn't hear me. Yeah, I mean, we weren't on the radio too much either. We talked to clearance, talked to ground, talked to tower, and talked to departure for just a little bit. But we're flying VFR, so there's really not much for us to say to him. And the airport we're flying to, it's a towered airport in real life, but Pilotedge sadly doesn't have coverage at that airport, so we'll be canceling, not canceling VFR, but we'll be just, getting away from departure once we get to the airport. But look at these mountains up ahead of us.
Scout 5403, read back, correct.
Go ahead, let's go to the back, you know what I mean, and let's get the business table out for the meeting. We have a meeting today.
Delta 213. Oakland Center, just confirm after Surfer, joint Surfer 3 arrival. Alright, that's not what we're with Delta 213 after Surfer, joint Surfer 3 arrival, descend via Surfer 3, report leaving flight level 260.
So I'm actually going to step away just for a second. We shouldn't hear anything from ATC. If they do, let me know. was gonna step away for a second just to make sure that there was nothing like really important that happened at my door just now, because it did ring and I didn't go check it. But let me go check on that really quickly, and I'll be right back. Like, it's gonna be like 1 minute, literally. I'm gonna get you guys on my animated camera here.
Contact NorCal approach 120.95.
All right, I am back.
Baron 16 Bravo North.
Baron 16 Bravo.
Baron 16 Bravo. Contact NorCal approach 120.905.
120.905. Sorry about that. 120.905. Of course, the 1 second that I leave and come back, he has something to say to me. Oh, story of my life. All right, 120.905 approach. Where are we? We're not really anywhere. San Luis Reservoir, maybe 15 miles. This Pan Pacifica Lake, Pacheco.
United 1399, Newton Tower, wind 260 at 13, gust 20, runway 25, cleared for takeoff.
Here you go. No, I'm on Pilotedge, not VATSIM. Let's see. Departure bearing 16 Bravo at level 5,500, about 10 miles north of Pacheco Lake.
16 Bravo North Roach. No need to report your position once you've been radar identified. Just check in with your altitude so it can be verified. Modesto altimeter 3022.
All right, no problem, and thank you for the info. Baron 16 Bravo. Learn something every day when I get on Pilotedge. This is why I love Pilotedge. You learn so much stuff. So yeah, I didn't need to report position since I was getting handed over. What's up, super hot pilot? Where's the face cam? It is off. That's where it is. It's still in the exact same spot. It's just not turned on. Pilotedge is a better way. It's just it's hard for a lot of people to make the transition from VATSIM to Pilotedge. One, because Pilotedge is only in the US, and two, because you have to pay money to do it. VATSIM is completely free. But for me, in my opinion, I kind of count it towards my flight training. Just radios, you know, in general. Radios and learning airspaces and things and procedures and things like that. I kind of see it as me investing into my future. It's really cool seeing a lot of the pilots and like a lot of the pilots, a lot of the Pilotedge pilots who come on here and they stream. It's really inspiring to see those guys come from Pilotedge and then later on start making videos of them flying in real life and seeing how confident they are on the radio. A lot of that comes from just them doing so many flights on Pilotedge. He did get annoyed. They get annoyed quick on Pilotedge. But that's real though. I mean, in real life, they get even more annoyed because it's more busy. It's not that busy right now on Pilotedge. Yeah, that's that too. I mean, it just comes down to, I mean, if you can afford it, I recommend Pilotedge. But even people who can afford it, like if you can't fly, like don't pay. It's kind of like paying for a gym membership that you don't use. If you don't go to the gym, you should definitely not pay for the gym. And with Pilotedge, if you're not gonna use it, don't pay for it. What's up, George? Good to see you, man. I'm hoping they bring that new voice thing to VATSIM soon. They've been talking about it, and it sounded better, but I have so many issues doing flights in other parts of the world that it's annoying. Alright, so we are only 8 minutes out. So again, I told you guys this would be a real short flight. I already have the second flight pretty much prepared. This will really be our only flight with ATC, honestly. The second flight's going to be on the network, but it won't really, we won't really be talking to them. We'll be VFR for the most of the way, I believe. But the challenge in our second flight is going to be, one, the landing. The landing is going to be a pretty big challenge on our second flight, and two, the elevation. The elevation gets really high in the mountains, and we're going to be flying a 2-weight, and trying to avoid all of that is going to be a fun challenge. Hopefully it doesn't get too cloudy. If it stays just like this, the weather out there, then we'll be perfectly fine.
Cherokee 57, Charlie, confirm right, downwind for runway 17, and advise me to have information, Delta.
What's up, Jefferson? Yeah, man, that's great, bro. I'm wishing you luck, man, getting to become a pilot in the future.
And Cherokee 57, Charlie,
there is a new client, and I'm using it, actually. The Swift client, I downloaded it. It takes a bit more setup than like Squawk Box for X-Plane users, but I don't know how I feel about it yet. I kind of like it, but I'm not sure. I know that it seems like the CSLs kind of work a bit better in Swift, because with VATSIM, I mean with Squawk Box, I mean it was so annoying. It really took the joy out of flying with people, flying around busy airspaces when that planes just don't look good, you know, like. Yeah, it's just annoying. So with Swift, it kind of helps with that a little bit. Alright, we're 20 miles out now.
Cross runway 12 at Delta.
But yeah, I tried using Swift just last week, and it worked out. My voice came through, their voice came through pretty fine. I don't remember where I flew it, but it's working pretty good. Alright, so I'm assuming we'll probably come from departure to Unicom. And Unicom's on 12295. Let's put that in. If not, we'll switch it again. That's just so funny. I stepped away for like literally 60 seconds, and that's when he called me. Alright, goodbye, mountains. The CSG pack. What is the CSG pack? Had to show me what you're talking about later. I tried using the Bluebell, and that didn't really work out very well. It's just, I don't know. It's just a nightmare for me. I mean, I've been playing X-Plane for years, and I've been on VATSIM for years, and I still have yet to really get my multiplayer aircraft looking good. Man, that's gorgeous. Do you mean the default X-Plane ATC, even the newer one? Is it crap? I don't know if I tried it, honestly. I think since the update, because they talked a lot about, you know, reworking the ATC, the default ATC on X-Plane 11 in the newest version, but I don't think I actually ever tried it, because usually when I fly multiplayer, I mean when I want ATC, I want real ATC, you know. I fly on VATSIM, I fly on Pilotedge. I rarely do single player. Like, I rarely fly with default ATC. I just don't. It's just not something I do very much. I remember when I first got into X-Plane, when I first started flying X-Plane, I did it. But now you can't shut it off. There's probably a button for that. I'm pretty sure in the settings you can turn off ATC. Like with Squawk Box or with VATSIM and Pilotedge, it overrides the ATC, so you can't even like get it. Like, you won't work with those plugins on. Like, it shuts it off for you. We are 12 miles out now, and I think I haven't listed the ATIS yet. Let's see what the ATIS is in Modesto.
57 Charlie, runway 17.
Oh, maybe
9er. 45 X-ray Sierra, Billings Tower 127.2.
Alright, this is a 1277. Put that in COM 2. Fucking monitor it. I don't want to. I want to be able to hear this guy for a little while. 1277. This is my COM 2 radio. We'll switch that over. And we should hear it.
45 X-ray Sierra, Billings Tower and right downwind, runway 28 right, clear to land, wind 280 at 9er.
I'm at 5,500 right now. What's up, Caden? Good to see you.
Scott 540 Reading Tower, runway 16, cleared for takeoff, wind calm.
Arriving runways 28 right, 28 left, departing runways 28
I think that's our airport right ahead of us.
Advise on initial contact with that profit.
Yep, that's it right there. I'm gonna start descending. I don't. He said maintain VFR, so we don't.
Delta 213, contact all approach
Believe I need to call
121.3.
anything.
Sham field information.
Alright, I'll pilot off.
Bear 16 Bravo, do you have the and the airport in sight from Modesto?
Wind light and very
Modesto Airport in sight for Baron 16 Bravo.
sky clear.
Bear 16 Bravo, I got no traffic between you and the airport at this time. Radar services are terminated. Squawk and maintain VFR. Frequency change approved.
Squawk and maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Baron 16 Bravo. Thank you very much.
Departing runways 28 right, 28 left. Advise on initial contact with that profit.
Alright, we're squawking VFR. Pull our power back.
213, north approach. Good
I'm actually
afternoon.
gonna have
Thanks,
to
Oscar.
overshoot the airport. We're
3024,
really
expect
close
the
to it.
ILS runway 28 left approach.
Maybe, we'll see. Looks like the landing runways are 28 right, 28 left. That's going to be from right to
Delta
left.
213 for now, check the ILS
So
runway
what we
28 right. I'll
could
forward your
do
request.
is, matter of fact, I might just make this short.
I'm sorry, ILS 28 left.
We'll
28
enter
left.
in at a left.
Sky clear.
We'll do a left downwind for runway 28 left.
Altimeter
Yeah, we'll do that if we can get our speed down in time. I'm pulling my power way back.
Right, 28 left. Departing runways 28 right, 28 left.
Scott 5402, contact Oakland Center.
And we'll switch to Unicom. Alright, track IR is on. We're pretty much midfield Modesto right now. ATC didn't tell me 28 left, he was talking to somebody else. Alright, we're gonna rotate here to the right. And enter into a right. Sorry, left downwind. We might do two. Nah, we're a bit close. Yeah, no problem, man. Modesto traffic. Left downwind, 28 left, Modesto traffic. Alright, speed's coming back. We are at 1,800. Or is that 800? That's actually 800 feet. Put power back in, flaps coming down. We'll go ahead and turn. Let's turn the prop sync off. And we'll go props full forward. One thing I forgot to do en route was lean the mixture, but we won't worry about that right now. I can make a really tight turn here, that's why we're going so slow. Airport should be off our left wing. There's the airport. I got visual. We're on left base now. And landing lights are on. My opinion on track IR is amazing. It's the next best thing to VR. That's my opinion. Alright, we're on final. Let's go ahead and call it Unicom. Modesto traffic on final, runway 28 left, Modesto traffic. Shouldn't be any traffic in the area, but you're supposed to call it anyways. A little high on the glide slope. We have one set of flaps in, and gear is not down. Alright, gear is down, 3 green. We're landing on the short runway. And flaps full. The nose is coming up a little bit more. We'll come right over the trees. We'll cut the trees down a little bit on the way in. And this should be the easy landing. This should be the easy landing. Flying right over a boat on the river. Second landing is going to be the tough one, so let's get it right. Alright, we're a little fast. Altitude is good though. And it is 2-4 left. There's a flare. Back on throttle. And soft touch. And we're down. Like the first taxiway right here, if we can make it. No. Couldn't quite get it there. Couldn't quite get it there that time. It's all good. We'll take the second one then. We'll park over there. That's where I usually park. At our Blue Arrow charter headquarters. I'm not sure what that feet per minute that was, but it wasn't bad. I love the landing tire noise that it makes. Who is that? Somebody's here. Like that's not that's not part of the scenery. I made this scenery. I did not put a citation there. So somebody's here. Who's here? Who's in Modesto right now in a citation? Speak. Who is at my airport? Turn your beacons on if you're a real person. Or is it a ghost? I'm gonna park next to him because I know he's real. It might. I don't know. It might be. It could possibly be X-plane, like just drawing a random aircraft. It could be them, but I don't think I set up. That's definitely a parking spot. I know I'm tripping out. I feel like I just saw a ghost right now. I'm like, wait, who is this person? I don't know. Oh well. We'll park over here next to our big hangar and shut the engines down. And we'll be switching to the Caravan for a second flight into the mountains of California. Yeah, that works. Right there. Alright, park and brake. Set. And first thing you want to do is turn the avionics off first, because if you don't, you'll mess up the avionics. Alright, turn it off first. We'll pull the mixture off to cut off. Some air in here. Turn off all the lights. Set off the magneto switches. Alternators off, pitot heat is off, and battery will come off. Just clean up the plane because we're done with this one for today. So but that was supposed to be open, I think, this whole time. And open the doors up, and we're all done. We'll do our final post-flight walk around. Check the probe temperature. Put on the toggle pitot tube covers. Toggle the tie down in the back. Tie down on the right or at the left. That's the left side. Next we'll do chocks. That's our current tire status. So I didn't wear them out too bad. That's good to know. Cover on the top on the left engine. Usually you'd wait till the engine's actually cooled down to do this, but we're gonna do it now. We're gonna do it now though. Chocks on the right and tie down on the right and finish. Aircraft is completely shut down. That was a good flight. Let's go ahead and make sure that we don't forget. One of the biggest things for people who play FS Economy is we always forget to unload or load passengers, and usually it's at this point that you realize that you forgot one or the other, and we did not forget. Thank you, Jesus. All right, cool. That's set. That's done. Let's go ahead and jump into our next plane. We have a little bit longer of a flight for our second leg. And again, this is Modesto. If you're interested in this airport that I built on, this is one of our airports, FSEconomy. One of my favorites, honestly, that I've made so far. The biggest one I've made for sure. If you're interested in it, flying in it on FSEconomy or just for fun, that link is in the description right now. All right, there's my plug. We should probably watch the replay, right? Really quickly, let's watch the replay. Let's disconnect from Pilotedge.
Disconnected.
We gotta do it anyways, and we're gonna watch the replay. So what we have to do though, we're actually gonna have to turn off the rep plugin, because if we don't, it's gonna go airborne with the chocks and all that crap on. Turn it off. And we'll close all the doors, because if we don't, that will stay open. Go. And I think that is all. Cool. Now we can go to replay mode and let's rewind. Hold on. I'm trying to find a view that I want. There we go. That was not a good view because the camera got stuck, so let's try that again. The camera didn't go all the way down, so it looked like we just slammed on the freaking ground. I have a really cool spotter view built into this airport using X camera. I can go look at that, go to airport cameras. I have a bunch of preset cameras that I created a while ago. We can use this to watch the replay. I think the one I want. Where is it at? This one maybe? Where are you? Where are you? Let's try that one. Let's try this one. One more time, one more time. Yeah, that's gonna be a better view right there. This one, there we are. All right, last time, and we're gonna switch to our second flight and continue. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, sounds good too. All right, cool, we're set. Let's go, and we have to reload. Go get out of replay mode. There we are. Uh-oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'm actually gonna turn some music on while we wait, because it's gonna be... All right, second flight, we're flying the Caravan by Blue Arrow Charters. Which is here. Same airport. We'll go from inside the hangar, I guess. MOD. Matter of fact, let's go to the other side of the airport. We already saw this side. We'll go over here somewhere. East GA parking. And start. What's up, United fan? Good to see you, man. Welcome to the stream. We are in between flights. Jumping into our second aircraft of the day for our second leg of the day. We'll be flying from Modesto in California to, I think we'll be right on the edge of California, maybe. Out into the mountains. I think the place is called Sacatar Meadows. real small. It's a real small airport, like tiny. Like it's gonna be a fun challenge to land at this place. I can't wait. I've never streamed this airport before. This is one of my newer airport sceneries that I've made. The link also is in the description if you would like to download it. All right, this is our new ride. November 116 Bravo, rise above. All right, hey, yeah, hey, yeah. Okay. FSEconomy, we should actually hold on. I gotta actually do the FSEconomy stuff. We dropped off our passengers at Modesto already. Probably made about $3,000 to $4,000 on that. Next flight's gonna be Modesto to an airport called 91 Charlie Lima. Is the ICAO. We have about 8 passengers going that way. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the Caravan. I'm gonna go ahead and rent that. And we own it, so it's free rent, pretty much. Oh, look at that. We got 4 more passengers. Oh, no, I lied. Never mind. This song is fire, man. Oh my gosh. I got this from YouTube Music. So I don't, let me see. I can actually look. It's called Sideshow. Is the name of the song. I don't know who it's by, but I got it out of the YouTube Music library. And it's, oh yeah, it's fire, man. It's sick. All right, we have 29% fuel. Is that enough? I'm not sure. I think it is. I'm gonna get a little bit more fuel just in case. We're gonna go with, let's do 166 pounds or gallons of fuel. That's gonna be about 50%. And fuel here is about $4 an hour. No, so $4 a gallon. All right, perfect. Yeah, man, I agree. The 208 update is so much freaking better. And this is the updated version of the 208. All right, let's get this thing started because we got flying to do. We do. Yeah, we do. Oh, we do. We got some flying to do. All right, one thing I just realized is that our thing was not up here this whole time. Let me get my next flight set up in Project Fly. Man, this beat is freaking sick. Sickness, man. Hey. Dun 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 dun. Uh-oh. Nice, United fan. You've been watching my cat ratings. That's great, man. I'm glad that you, how did I do? It's crazy because I still have not finished my I ratings yet. I started them and I have not finished them, and I hate that I haven't finished it because I really would like to finish it. Because I want to do more IFR flying on Pilotedge, and all I do right now is VFR because I feel that I'm not ready to fly IFR, even though I'll fly IFR all day on VATSIM. It's just, you know, it's a different level of realism on Pilotedge, so I want to make sure I come correct, you know what I mean? I want to be prepared. Alright, so sorry guys, we're just waiting. Getting all of the flight details set up inside of FSEconomy to make sure we have our passengers loaded on. So let's go ahead, and I think I got them now. FSEconomy, we go to start flight, and now we have a bunch more. There we are. This is where we're going, 26L, aka 91 Charlie Lima. That's how you look for it on X-Plane. So let's close that. And one thing you'll notice is you will not be able to find this airport on SkyVector. This is a real airport. This is a legit airport, but it's so small that it is not on SkyVector. So it's what I like to call an exotic airport. All right, let's turn the music down as we start the engines up because this 208 has an amazing startup sound. I don't care who you are, this thing sounds amazing. Battery on. And we did actually forget to reconnect the Pilotedge, even though it doesn't really matter because we're not technically going to be talking to anyone, but I'm going to get on anyways.
Connected to Pilotedge.
We'll refile our VFR flight plan to an unknown place that they probably don't even know what the heck it is. Destination 91 Charlie Lima. Direct. Let's try 15,500. I don't know if that's gonna be high enough, but we're gonna shoot for that, and we'll say we'll go true airspeed like 200. I don't really know. We'll do the alternate. Will be Bakersfield, KBFL, because in that direction, it's not far from Bakersfield, probably like 20 miles away. If we need to, if we for some reason can't land there, I'm hoping that. I mean, because right now in California, it's looking good. The weather's looking really good. I'm hoping it stays that way. Our flight today will be probably 45 minutes. Hoping it's gonna be 45 minutes. And I'm hitting file VFR. Yes, I do, Captain Jack, have an FSEconomy group. It is called Blue Arrow Charters. All right, batteries on, fuel boost pump on, ignition switch on, and hit the starter. And prop can be full forward. We'll go low idle on fuel mixture. Nice, man. Yeah, we have one Baron 58. We have a lot of planes actually. We have like 20 planes, I think. Feel free if you want to join our Blue Arrow group. We're hiring new pilots. Actually, we need more pilots. We have a lot of really good routes to fly to make a lot of money. Matter of fact, if you want to bring a Baron over to one of our FBOs, we have some really good money-making routes out here in California. All right, engines up. Avionics coming on. We'll turn off the boost pump, and we'll turn off the ignition and starter. Whenever I fly this plane, I personally don't use the default FMC or Garmin. I usually use my own. Wait, have I used it yet? I haven't used it yet. So I gotta go over here. Reality XP GTN 750. That's gonna load up all massive on the screen and make it smaller. And so with this plane, the GTN will not pop up inside because it was not created like that. If Coronado had set it up in a different way, it would pop in there automatically. But so in this case, I have to use a pop-up version, but it still will override everything we see here. So you can see things moving around as I click around. So we'll be heading to, I think it's 91 CL, Sacatar Meadows. We'll fly direct there. We'll be flying VFR. We'll stay on the Modesto Unicom for now. Here's our map. Take a look at where we're going. To know most of you guys don't know where the heck this is. I fly everywhere. I fly in Cali a lot because that's where most of our FBOs are for FSEconomy. Alright, so we're headed. Alright, cool. Nice, let's get going. Let's turn our weather map on, not that we need it. That's not working. Why is it not working? There it is. What am I missing? What am I missing? Okay. Pitot. Actually, we need to have the beacon and the nav lights on. We need the pitot and static heat on. I'm gonna turn on the windshield heat, and we'll turn on the bleed air. We will be going over 10,000 for sure, so we're gonna need to have air conditioning. What's the plan for tomorrow? I don't know yet. I'll have to see when we get there. I know usually I do like races on Thursdays, but we don't have one this week. All right, let's go. Let's move, man. We got a place to be. Release and park and brake. We're gonna take 28 right this time. It's gonna be to our right. Actually, gonna taxi to the left first. Oh, nice. You have one in Nassau and one in Princess Juliana. Pretty cool. Yeah, most of our FBOs are in California, spread out through Southern California to Northern California. We just bought 2 new FBOs at a really good price out in the Maldive Islands, or Maldive? I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm still new there, but Maldive Islands, just off the coast of India, and it's freaking beautiful out there. We have 2 FBOs out there. We're in the process right now of ferrying 2 aircraft, the Twin Otter and the DC-6. We're ferrying those out there so we can have them. And we also have a couple FBOs in New Mexico / Texas. We have a few in Arizona, a couple in Nevada. So most of them are on the West Coast. I never turn my taxi lights on. But yeah. But the main reason that we have most of our FBOs in California is so that we can fly to and from them on Pilotedge. Maldive, thank you. That's how you say it. What's up, X-Pilot? Good to see you, man. I was like, how the heck do you say it, man? I've been trying to figure it out this whole time. I'm actually, I'm almost done with one of the islands. I've been working on new scenery, because whenever it comes to me, now that I've figured out how to make X-plane scenery, now I like to create like flyable scenery when I get there. You know what I'm saying? Like I hate flying in and out of airports that just don't have good scenery. And I know with FSEconomy, you do a lot of flying in and out of the same airports over and over. And so I want at least to have a good view on the way in, on the way out. So like, for example, that's where this airport we're flying at right now came into play. We got access to this airport. We actually don't own this airport at FSEconomy, but we rent out all the gates. So we have full access of where, you know, flights go to and from this airport, but we don't own the airport. Alright, here we come on 28 right. We'll go ahead and announce we're taking off. Modesto traffic, 28 right. Taking off 28 right, Modesto traffic. Alright, we're clear to the right, and to the left, clear to the right. I'm gonna turn the lane lights on. And I'm actually going to go to our flight director is on, nav mode is on, and our flight director is on. So making a right, no, we'll be taking off straight out, and basically we'll depart right traffic. Alright, here we go. Slow with the throttle because this thing likes to do wheelies. Yeah, I agree. Ortho is so worth the time. X-Pilot, I'm using a joystick, and it's by Thrustmaster. Thrustmaster T1600. Alright, and we're airborne. Bank angle though. All right, we're gonna climb up to 15,000 in this flight. Let's try that. Going the opposite way. Thank you, Tryme, for the donation, man. I cannot read that. Wow, that is so tiny. Hopefully it pops up on the on my other screen. But appreciate it, bro, so much for the support. You're amazing. I really do appreciate it, man. You know, I just realized it really doesn't. In the old version of the 208, whenever you got on the throttle, like it automatically does a wheelie, like it's crazy. It just gets real back. It just gets real heavy in the back, and you just do a pop a wheelie right off the runway. But in that takeoff, even though I was kind of anticipating that to happen, it didn't happen to me. But it could also be because I put in like a very little bit of throttle at first. Alright, we forgot the strobes. Thank you, Patrick, for the subscription. Welcome to the Blue Arrow family. Alright, so we're flying onto an intercept of our direction we're going. As you can see, there's a bunch of mountains over here. Right now we're too low to get over those mountains. We can't even see them, they're so far away. But we can see our flight plan has us flying right into the mountains over here, which is going to be a lot of fun. And it's going to be a really fun approach. One of the airports that I usually fly to from Modesto is straight off to the east here. And the peaks of those mountains are at 13,800 feet. And so a lot of times I do it in the Barren. And the Barren just can barely get to 15,500. It's like a struggle for real. Would I suggest a Piper 28 Aero or a Cessna 172 for FSEconomy? Is that what you're asking? I feel they're probably even. The difference may be really small in fuel cost, but they both carry the same amount of passengers. Alright, we're still flying it by hand. My flaps up? They are now. Alright, cool. Nice, Captain Jack. Appreciate it, man. One thing I do request is if you join the group, to join the Discord as well, because that's where we kind of we discuss all of our operations and things like that. Right now we have we've built up our group to very specific reasons. So for example, we have things that we call money routes. And I was gonna do one of those today, but I was like, you know what, I want to kind of do some more just for fun VFR type flying. But we have a few routes called money routes. And what that is basically where it's a flight that just is a FBO, two FBOs that are pointed to each other for the maximum amount of assignments to be loaded at those two. What's up, Austin Jones? No face cam today, man, sorry. And so we have, so for example, we have two airports in Arizona that are pointed to each other about 150 miles apart. And one of them, is it expired? Okay then. Wait, which one? The one in FSEconomy or the one in the description below? So we have two airports pointed to each other, and it makes the most passengers as possible. We put an airplane that can fit all the passengers between them, and we just fly the route back and forth. We make about 12 to 14,000 each way, and if you do that multiple times, you make a lot of good money. But then we also have some other routes that are shorter at smaller airports. The description one, okay. I have to get you a new one, a new link. Alright, how are we looking right now? We're not very high. We're only at 4,300. And we're going pretty quick, so we can definitely spare some speed. Pilot pay percentage, I think it's like 60. It's a little bit higher. It's not 50-50, but you get a little bit more than we get in the pilot pay. So I think it's like 60%, I believe. Ooh, that's a hard one. Eclipse or Eclipse 550 or the Cessna Citation. At this time, I would choose the Citation personally. I have them both, but if I didn't have either, knowing what I know now and flying them both, I would choose the Cessna Citation over the Eclipse. But it depends. I mean, it's all relative, you know. I mean, that's just my preference, just on the things that I like and enjoy. I think we're off our flight plan a bit. No, we're okay. Citation is a lot bigger. It can fly probably farther, maybe faster. The Eclipse is really small but really fast. I think it's small and powerful. The other day I was flying. We have an Eclipse with our airline, and I was flying it from Missoula. Was it North Dakota or something? I don't know exactly where it is. It's up in the northern part of the U.S. And we wanted it back down where our FBOs are, down in California. And so I flew it about 300 miles, and I was flying at 34,000 feet, going about, what was it? I can't remember what the ground speed was. It was pretty fast. But just the fact that I was able to get a small Eclipse up to 34,000 feet was amazing to me. Now, you can do the same thing with the Citation. I'm just saying, for such a small plane, it just amazes me that the Eclipse can get that high. Let's change our CRS, because that's messed up. Or can I? Can't. Because it's definitely incorrect. Yeah, I can't change it. I'm going to switch to autopilot so I don't have to keep holding the throttle, the yoke down. I'm going to go to autopilot, engage. Okay, it's on. And I'm gonna go to, I think I just have to press up. Yeah? Is that how it works? Oh no, it's over here, I forgot. Arm, engage, and we'll climb at about 1,200 feet per minute. Austin Jones, I don't know yet. I don't know if I'm going to race iRacing or not yet tomorrow. I kind of want to, but it won't be NASCAR. It'll be maybe GT series or something like that if I do it. And I might do it earlier than I've been doing lately, because it's not a league. It's not part of my series that I'm doing, so it may be a little bit different. If not, I may do, I don't know. I haven't really decided. Tomorrow's kind of like a free day where I'm going to do whatever I really feel like doing. If I feel like racing, I'll do a race. If I feel like flying, I'll do another flight. If I feel like shooting people, I'll do some shooting people. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like the day off from iRacing technically, so I don't have to race. I can do something else. Yeah, don't worry about a tryme. I mean, I really don't recommend. I probably should take the Patreon link off. I don't have it set up right now, because again, I've talked to you about this before, and for people who donate, I want to be able to do more for you guys and give you guys more perks and things like that. And that's kind of what the idea of Patreon is, to be able to give your viewers, the people who support you, more, like, you know, more things. Give them an incentive to be, you know, give them a reason to be a Patreon or a partner or whatever. And so I don't have any right now. I don't have any reason. Like, people who watch my video, you guys who watch my videos right now are pretty much the same as the people who have donated. Only difference is they've donated. On YouTube, you do get some more things you can do with that. On Twitch, you also get some special, like, emojis and things like that you can do. But there's really nothing big. Like, things that I would love to do is be able to give more access to, like, maybe some behind the scenes, or I could give access of what other type of things could I do? Maybe some video, like, deleted stuff, like stuff that I don't put on YouTube. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I see a lot of other channels, other people who have Patreons. They give, like, extra things to people. Yeah, exclusive stuff, exactly. Stuff that everybody else won't get to see. Is a concept I want to do. The thing about that is that it takes a lot more work to create that content and get that organized enough for the rest of them. Bro, this is an awesome plane. It really is. Don't underestimate the power of the Cessna 208. I know it's all flat right now, but we have some nice farmland happening underneath. Where my view's at? There we are. Nice, man. Happy early birthday, Jefferson. No problem, Luke. Missed the takeoff. Wasn't too crazy. Wasn't real windy or anything. You're finally getting X-Plane 11, man. That's great, man. I'm happy for you. Can you hear me on the outside view, or is it too loud out here? I can turn it down. I like the outside view. Man, I've flown a lot of hours in this plane. Seriously. The Cessna 208 was my first ever plane that I personally bought on FSEconomy. I worked my freaking butt off to save enough money up on FSEconomy. Oh, we need oxygen. Don't forget about oxygen. What? I haven't flown this thing in so long. I forgot my quick keys. Oxygen on. Okay, there we go. What are we at right now? We're passing 10,000 now. And lane lights should be off already, as well as the taxi lights. Strobe lights are on, nav lights are on, beacon lights are on. And we'll put some stall heat and the prop heat on auto. How are we doing? We're a little, bring that, get out of the red here. We can turn our props down too. Can I see them at the same time? Do I have a view for that? Yeah, I do. That should be good right there. We're green on ITT, green on RPM. Oil's looking good, fuel flow's looking okay. And todo bem. Climbing at about 115 knots. I'm gonna go ahead and bring back some. Bring back some of the vertical speed so that we can climb a little bit faster. But I'm probably go about 800 feet per minute. This does not have a flight change mode or a IAS mode, so you kind of have to manage take your climbing and stuff all on your own. Alright, dope, Captain Jack, you're on Discord, man. I'll check you out here in a little while once we when I finish the stream. We'll help you get started and everything. But you should be, if you already joined the group, I think you have to be approved. I think I have to approve you, actually. Let me see. Did you send the request to on FSEconomy as well, or did you only join the Discord group? And what is your Discord name? Yeah, I see a couple. I see a few requests. I just don't know which one is you. Yes, you do buy planes with FSEconomy. I mean, the simplest way I can explain FSEconomy is that all it does is adds an economy to your flight simulator, and it's not just X-Plane, it's FSX, it's P3D, it's all of that stuff. Yeah, Nathan yeah, dope. Thank you, Nathan, for helping him out, man. He's my co-owner. He's the other guy. He's the other boss man. So me and him, we run this flight group together. We've been doing it for a while now, and we definitely enjoy it. We've made some. This dude is really good at making money. He's really good at making money. I just wish we could translate this to real world dollars. You know what I mean? But someday. What's up, Justin? Good to see you, man. Going to the Yankee game tonight. That's dope. That's amazing. I'm hoping to take my mom to the Astros game sometime this season. My mom is a huge fan of baseball, and I'm only a fan of baseball when I'm at the game. So I enjoy going to the games. What's funny, really funny story about me and my wife. So before we even met, I think this is before we met. Before we met, we were actually at the exact same baseball game 1 week before we started talking to each other. Can you believe that? That's so funny. It's so funny. So like, she was there with her family, I was there with my friends and some other people, and we were both at the baseball game. We didn't know each other, but we were at the baseball game, and then we started talking, like maybe a few weeks later, and we found out, I don't know if it was, we found out later on that we both went to that same baseball game. It was just really funny that we were there at the same time. No, I am not descending. We're climbing at 800 feet per minute right now. Yes, Minute Maid Park is is the Astros stadium. Kalki Vera, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. No, I never use time acceleration. I always fly real time when I fly. How high are we right now? We are 14,800 and climbing, so we're almost to our cruise. We're planning on cruising at 15,500. That should be high enough to get us over the mountains, but we'll have to find out. We'll see. We'll be leveling off real soon. But you don't ever expect to get anywhere as fast in the Caravan. Faster than the Baron, but still not very fast. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, Caravan was the first plane that I ever bought on FSEconomy, and I worked my butt off to get the money to do it. Whenever you first join FSEconomy, it's a grind, man. Like, you're still trying to figure out how it works, you know, how things like how to make money, what's the best way to make money, where do you want to fly, what airports have the, you know, the best flights and stuff like that. And the Caravan was a really good money maker for me as a new FSEconomy pilot, because you can fit 14 people in it, and it can land on pretty much any runway anywhere. So that was a big deal for me. And so I finally bought it, and I still own it. This is the exact same one. I never sold it. The exact same one I bought. And then my second plane, I think actually after the 208, me and Nathan got together to start Blue Arrow Charters as a group. And from then on, we just got a bunch more planes, because it was then not just me working by myself to make money and progress, but it was me working with him. He was doing a lot of flying. I know he started out with the Baron 58 as his first plane, and he brought that over to Blue Arrow Charters, and I believe that's what we have now as his original Baron 58. And now we have a King Air 350, we have a King Air 1900, we have a King Air C90, and all of those are on what we call our money routes. So those make a lot of money if you fly those on those routes. We just got a Bonanza F-33 that I can't wait to fly with the Reality Expansion Pack. We have a Challenger. We used to have a Citation. We sold it. We have a PC-12 over in Tennessee right now. We have the new Eclipse we just got last week. That is right at the edge of the northwest of Nevada. I'm bringing that down a little bit more to the south soon. We got the Twin Otter that's on its way to India or the Maldives. We have a DC-6 that's also on the way to the Maldives. And what else do we have? Other planes. I think that's most of the things. We have a bunch of other stuff though. We have a DC-3 in John Wayne right now. We haven't flown that very much lately. Currently downloading the King Air 350. Dope, man. Enjoy that. It's really fun plane to fly. Really fun plane to fly. So yeah, they updated 208 just last week. No, actually I think it was longer away. It was like 2 weeks ago maybe, yeah. But I updated mine last week, and they fixed a lot of things that was wrong with it. Like, there was a bad problem with the navigation where the heading wouldn't be right. It's not this. This is just because I'm using GTN and it's not exactly compatible all the way with it, so it's not showing the correct CRS. But we were 38 minutes out, 124 miles, or at 191 knots, and probably speeding up because now we're cruising. I do have the MD-11. Wait, MD-11. No, I don't. No, I don't have an MD-11. I lied. How far are you from Central Park? If you're taking your dog to Central Park, it must be pretty close. Captain Sign, can I see your comments? What did you say that I missed? I must have missed something that you said, so go ahead and repeat it because I didn't see it. I'm also using Ultra Weather XP, and last time we streamed X-Plane, you guys said that there was an update coming out for that soon. I'm looking forward to that. I want to see what's up with that. You can see, look at my ortho here. So we're like right between a couple tiles. It's like between 3 different tiles. You can see the lines of where they cut off from where we're from this tile to the next one. That's mainly probably because of just the source is different. Look at these guys, look exactly the same. Oh, sounds good, Justin. And Captain Sign, no, I didn't see any of those 10. I don't think I saw any of those 10 messages you just mentioned. Bring that track back in the background. So again, we are actually on Pilotedge, even though it doesn't really feel like it. I might just disconnect because again, there's really no reason for us to be on because there's no ATC. There's no one we need to talk to because we're flying VFR. It kind of feels like we're offline. Okay, your question is, do I think a first officer view would be good in infinite flight? Yes, yes I do. And I think this, don't they have it in some planes? Don't some planes already have the first officer view, like the CRJ or TBM? I think they might have it. Oh wow, so you're really new to FSEconomy, the 3rd of this year. 3rd of April, that's like, what, a couple weeks ago. Nice, yeah man, TBM, VFR'd it up baby, VFR'd up. This really is a good looking plane though. I love flying this in the Caribbean, I love flying it in the mountains. I'm telling you guys are gonna freak out when you see this approach. I feel like these guys are looking at me. Are you looking at me? Okay, no, they're not looking at me. Thought they were looking at me. Like twins in the front seat. So it's pretty cool. You'll see the heads move. They'll be looking at the instruments and they'll look out the window, and they'll look in the instruments, they'll look out the front window and out the side window. It's just kind of like a rotation of animation. They do that on pretty much every Coronado aircraft. Man, that's crazy. You started FSE on the 3rd, leased your first plane on the 12th. That's pretty quick. But really, leasing is honestly the way to go as a new pilot. I wish I knew that sooner. I was always kind of paranoid of leasing a plane on FSEconomy because even in real life, I don't like having payments for things. Like, I hate it. And it's really hard to get your mind around. On FSEconomy, it works in real world time. So if you want to have a lease of a plane on FSEconomy, you pay monthly, like real monthly. Like if you start on the 12th, you pay on the 12th of next month, like legit. But the difference is you can do a lot of work in that amount of time, and you can make a pretty good profit if you're actually active and flying a lot. Wait, you leased your second plane on the 16th? What was your first plane that you leased? And what did you switch to? That's crazy. Yeah, I was actually leasing the 208 to own it though. Like lease to own it. I was leasing it to own, and that's when I bought the 208. And then I did the exact same thing with the King Air 350. I leased to own that one about a while ago. All right, we are VFR, but we're flying into some clouds. Oh, both were variants. Cool. Hopefully we don't lose visibility here going through these clouds. It doesn't look like much, but we should be okay. I can check here. I love the GTN, especially for Pilotedge, because you can quickly check if you're flying into any airspaces, any restricted military MOAs, things like that. And I don't think we're gonna be flying into any of those today. Actually, there is this, which I think may be an MOA. Looks like it. About to fly over Cape Fat. That is a Charlie. Is it a Charlie? That is a Class Charlie. Class Charlie up to 4,400. Yeah, man. Lease a plane and just buy it out, man. Use the money you make to pay off the plane, and you'll make a whole lot more money when you own the plane. Kalkivira, our destination is a tiny little airport called Sakatar Meadows. Don't expect anybody to know of it. I'm actually gonna, oh, my bad. That's my track IR hitting my mic. We're over the clouds. We are still VFR. I guess it's fine. We can still be VFR above the clouds. Oh, this looks beautiful though. You're missing my server, George? Oh, I'm sorry, man. Look at these puffy looking clouds. Interesting. So the airport we're flying into is actually right inside of the Owens Military Operation Airspace. I think is what that means. MO8. So we're gonna need to go ahead and request flight following. Where are we right now? We're crossing over. We're passing Cape Fat. To the north. Let's see if we can contact approach out here. I gotta find out what the frequency is we need to talk to. I'll try 1185. Let's see if that's the right one. I don't know if that's the right one, but they'll give us the correct one if we're wrong. Let me turn it up so I can't hear. I think it's right because I hear people talking.
1 minute 0 at 4, clear for takeoff to departure approved.
But I think we should talk to Fresno departure. Let me find out. Fresno departure, Caravan 16 Bravo.
Caravan 16 Bravo, approach.
Caravan 16 Bravo, we are about 10 miles north of Fresno, requesting flight following at 15,500.
So 16 Bravo, netcode contact Oakland Center 125.
So can you repeat that one more time for Caravan 16 Bravo?
Caravan 16 Bravo, you're my airspace, contact Oakland Center for advisories with 5.75.
Is that 125.75?
Affirmative.
Copy, 125.75. About one problem. Alright, so we were on wrong frequency, but I kind of knew we were, so I just wanted to make sure that I could get the right one from somebody. Alright, so 125.75. Oakland, Caravan 16 Bravo.
Caravan 16 Bravo, Center.
Okay, Center 16 Bravo, requesting flight following. We're about 10 miles to the north of Fresno at 15,500.
Caravan 16 Bravo, Squawk 2665.
2665 for Caravan 16 Bravo.
Delta 213, advise when you
All right,
have
now
the
we need to
light help
ask
for
him
the
about
field.
this military operations up ahead of us.
Delta 213, cleared Carmel, runway 2, left approach.
Sorry, I'm gonna get back to you guys' questions here in a bit. I need to make sure we can fly into this airspace up here.
Indy 22, you still with the tower? Okay, the takeoff clearance included to change to departure. Not sure if you got that. You should be talking to NorCal now for you. Caravan 16, pose radar contact 147 Fresno Airport, Fresno, altimeter 3023.
3023, Caravan 16 Bravo. Alright, what are we at right now? Oakland Center, Caravan 16 Bravo. Just wanted to see if it would be okay if we fly into this military airspace up ahead of us.
Caravan 16 Bravo, the null is you can go at any coordination.
I'm sorry, you broke up there towards the end for Caravan 16 Bravo.
Caravan 16 Bravo, there's permission required to enter the MOA if you're VF.
Alright, yeah, we want to go through the MOA to Sacatar Meadows. That's 91 Charlie Lima for Caravan 16 Bravo.
Caravan 16 Bravo. Okay, yeah, just maintain VFR.
A-firm, maintain VFR, Caravan 16 Bravo. Alright, sounds good. Alright, cool. So we are clear into the military airspace. And I don't know if you guys understood how big of a deal that was. So up to this point, we've been flying VFR and not without flight following. We haven't been on frequency at all. We've just kind of been, you know, chilling, flying at VFR altitude, staying out of the way of any airspaces. But now, if you look at our GTN here on the side, I'm actually gonna make it bigger. And I know you guys, some of you guys may understand it, some of you guys may not, but you see these hashed lines on the map. If you ever wondered what those were, these are actually places of interest here. So this is actually a MOA, or military operations. I think it's military operations airspace, what that means. And so you have to, like, you can fly into it. It's not restricted. Because I think it's magenta. If it was blue, it'd be restricted. I think there's a restricted one. Yeah, like these over here are restricted, I believe. Or maybe I'm backwards. Maybe that's restricted and that one is you can fly in, but they don't recommend it. You might get shot down by a jet. I'm being a little extra right there. Maybe not. You may not get shot down by a jet, but you'll be sketched. But anyway, the point is, our airport we're flying into is inside of this military airspace right here. What's funny is the military airspace actually stops right at that airport. So like right inside that airport is actually clear of any of that. But all this is military operations areas, and so you'll see, you know, military using these areas for different reasons, whether it be weapons testing or you know flight training, whatever. That's what these are. And that's what we're flying into right now. So we're about to fly into it, but you want to make sure if you're flying VFR that you are talking with ATC. You make sure that you are clear to fly into that airspace without having any issues, because that could be a really big problem. So that's what I just did. We contacted Fresno Approach at first. He sent us to Oakland. Now we're on Oakland Center and talking to them, and they allowed us to fly into this military airspace. So the rest of our flight will actually be in the military airspace. So that's a little bit for you guys who may not have known that, but some of you guys are veterans and already know all this stuff. So I'm not gonna say I wasn't expecting to actually have to do that today, honestly, but I'm glad that I did, because I learned a lot from just that little bit that just happened right now. What's up, Vance? Good to see you, man. Did you get my email? I sent you an email right before the stream. Did you get my email?
Caravan 16 Bravo, I'm not picking up an 91 Charlie Lima and import databases. What's the name of the field or the nearest VOR?
Please stand by. Nearest field or VOR. There's like nothing out here, man. What is this? China Lake? I think the nearest field is China Lake, which is actually to the southeast of Sakatar Meadows for Caravan 16 Bravo.
Roger.
But yeah, there's like no VORs out here. There's nothing out here, man. Alright, so I think we are actually in it. Yeah, we're inside the military airspace now. Yep, that's true. Get arrested for flying in here. That's true, you go. Well, the thing is, there's some military airspaces that VFR traffic can fly into. Like, they can't stop VFR traffic from flying in. And I'm not going to say too much on this subject because it's been a while since I've studied this specific topic. But from what I remember, I believe you can fly into these areas at your own risk. But the problem is, if you just like get lost into it, it can completely screw up and screw over what the military has going on because they have to stop everything they're doing. But there's different types of airspaces. I don't know what this one is. Maybe we can look it up actually. The one we're in right now is called, I think it's the Porterville, no, Foothill 2 MOA.
LC-13 Roger, and like 28 left, cleared one.
And I have to find it on my charts on SkyVector, but I don't know if I want to look into it right now. But look at this up ahead of us in the mountains. This is where we're headed today. This is what I've been talking about all stream. About flying out into the mountains today from in California and having a really crazy fun approach out here and difficult. So it's gonna be right in those mountains somewhere. Actually, it's actually beyond its first mountain pass. And we're cruising at 195. We're 60 miles out. 18 minutes to go. And we have a tailwind, so that's helping us out. I think that's actually Keith or somebody on ATC right now. It sounds like his voice. I think it's Keith. I think that's his name. And now you see why I'm at 15,500 flying VFR, because look at how high these mountains are. These mountains are right at 13,000 feet. And the cool thing about Pilotedge is that it has what they call drones. And drones are just AI aircraft that fly all over the Pilotedge coverage area. And sometimes when you fly through areas like these, you might actually see a fighter jet fly by you. You might. So I don't know if any will surprise me today. We did a flight like a month ago, me and Nathan, over the Grand Canyon, and we saw some fighter jets fly through there in the Grand Canyon. I was like, what is that? I'm like, did you see that? Try me, you want a cockpit tour? Yeah, man, we got time. Hold on, let me read this comment by Hugo. When you're flying VFR, there's a big chance you'll just put a flight plan in your avionics GTN garment. Otherwise, you wouldn't usually know where you are, but it gives you a great deal of freedom. Yeah, I'll say that the GTN helps so much. Or not just the GTN, because honestly, look at this. Let's take a look at the default. Don't worry, I'll give you a cockpit tour in a second. At the default one, it also shows you the airspaces too when you switch to the map view. Then you go to, I think, is it clear? What's the button to press? There it is. So it shows you these things too, kinda. Actually, no, that's showing K-mod. I don't want that. I want my present position. I think this may not be working, honestly, because we're already using the GTN. But usually you can see the airspaces on here as well. And you could do the exact same thing. The only difference is it just shows up a lot more clear on the GTN than it does on the GNS. So this is a 430, I think is what this is. Yeah, 430. But you could do the same thing. And yeah, a lot of times when you fly VFR, you're just flying around for fun. But obviously, if you're flying VFR in an area in real life, you need to make sure that you're aware of the different airspaces around you and that you're in, because you don't want to accidentally stumble upon an airspace that you're not supposed to be in. Because if you fly into like a class Bravo or class Charlie on accident, you're in big trouble. That's true. That's very true. In the US, you can just pick up IFR en route while you're flying VFR. So right now, if I wanted to, I could file IFR. There's really no reason to, because it's super clear right now. This is exactly what I wanted. I wanted it to be extremely clear out. But yeah, you could pick up IFR right in the middle of your flight. Like, hey, I want IFR to like change of plans. I want IFR to Las Vegas. Like, it's that easy. Well, it may take a little time to get that, but it's pretty much that easy. That's the simple way of explaining it. What kind of platforms is what on, Max? Oh, my sorry. I'm like closer to the mic now, and I have my Track IR headset on, and every time I turn my head, it smacks the microphone. So sorry about that. That nose rate. Yeah, we're on X-Plane 11. If that's what you're.
Contact Joshua approach 124.55. Get it.
Who was that? I don't think he's talking to me. Looks like some screenshots though. That's like a good screenshot right there.
November 16 Bravo back Joshua approach 124.55.
12455 Caravan, what's this Bravo? I didn't know he was talking to me, that's why I didn't answer. Joshua approach Caravan 1116 Bravo at 15,500. I didn't hear anything back. You might have a controller change or something happening. Man, look at those mountains, Jesus. Joshua approach, Caravan 116 Bravo, copy. I might switch back over. He said 12455, right? Oakland Center, Caravan 16 Bravo, not picking up anything on Joshua approach on 12455. If I don't hear anything this time, they're probably doing it.
16 Bravo, K100. Let me see if I can get to a different frequency, Stanley.
Okay, cool. Alright, 12 minutes out, 41 minutes out. We're over the mountains now. No turning back from here. Beautiful, beautiful mountains though. Jesus, things look so good. Controller's getting us a new frequency. So listening out for him. Tryme, we are flying the Caravan 208 right now. Gorgeous flight, yes it is. Wait till you see the approach. Oh man. Alright, while we're waiting for him, I'm gonna switch views. I want to do your cockpit tour for you in a bit, but I'm waiting to hear back from ATC. I don't want to get interrupted, so I'm just kind of wait a little bit.
So 16 Bravo, try late center on 133.2, 33T. You should pick them up there.
133.2, Caravan 16 Bravo. I don't have anything out there. Approach Caravan 16 Bravo, copy.
16 Bravo, Alternate Center, roger, stand by. 730 Papa Charlie, El Monte Tower 121.2.
Alright, you got that one.
Have a good landing.
I don't think I've ever flown into KEGE before, no. Thank you for a nice livery.
16 Bravo, Center, the China Lake altimeter 3018. We're going to try to get you over to the appropriate frequency one more time here. Try 124.55. 2455. If you can't get a hold of them, come back to this frequency.
124.55. Caravan 16 Bravo. Alright, let's try that one. Approach Caravan 16 Bravo. Do you copy?
Caravan 16 Bravo. Josh, approach loud and clear. The China Lake altimeter 3018.
3018. Caravan 16 Bravo. Oh yeah, I love flying into Aspen. I love that place.
618 Delta hold flighting 340.
KEG. I'm gonna check that out.
618 advise we have a weather and approach request. Direct straight pop left close traffic and runway 15 left clear line.
Yeah, I've never been to KEGE.
1 Delta advise we have Santa Maria weather and approach request altimeter 3015.
Just making sure he's not talking to us. Like somebody else has a Bravo name, and
16 Romeo Delta again, you're broken.
it sounds like he's trying to talk to me.
Romeo Delta.
Look at that off the right wing right now. Jeez, the views right now.
Straight in runway 30.
I'm gonna have to write that down. I'm gonna check out KEGE. I haven't done a citation stream. I do have a video you can check out on my YouTube channel that I did a flight from Lake Tahoe to John Wayne. Definitely check it out. Good flight and a citation. You could also learn how to fly it by watching it. Yes, I'm just doing flight following right now, or VFR. Yeah, man, I'm gonna check out KEGE. I love landing in places that are like in the mountains, stuff like that. Like I love those types of flights.
730 for Charlie on Monty Tower.
Casper, I'm on Pilotedge. It's a paid ATC system. ATC and multiplayer system, but it's pretty much the most realistic you can get on a flight sim with ATC. They use the real world frequencies for the location that you're in. So if you wanted to talk to, you know, San Francisco Tower, you'd use the real life San Francisco Tower frequency in the same. So with us out here, we're in a really weird area, and they had to find out what frequency we need to be on. So they took a while to find it. Really, Nathan says this is his favorite approach into this airstrip right here. We'll see what the rest of you guys think. We're not far out at all. We're almost there, actually. We're 20 miles out.
123 Kilo Tex Park to be Bravo. Have a good day.
And you can see right now, there's no sign of civilization where we are. You don't want to get stranded out here. You can be out here like Bear Grylls, eating bugs just to survive. Pilotedge is a subscription. I don't remember what the monthly cost is. Check out the website, pilotedge.net. Nope, 91CL is not on the VFR charts. So that's why you gotta find it visually. Thankfully, I put in the waypoint manually on my GTN, like I added a new coordinate.
Reported Russia, ready to tag, 5 miles southwest.
26 left, and is there a number?
Next straight in, only 20 left.
I didn't know. This is not pre-recorded, guys. Is this? I didn't know that this airport had runway numbers, so I had no idea. And where are we now? I gotta start looking for it. We're 20 miles out. Visibility is great right now.
3 Kilo Tango was F1.
I think I see traffic somewhere. No, I don't see traffic. I don't think, no, I have not actually flown into Springfield, Branson. Wouldn't mind it. Yeah, that's exactly how it works. Oh, what's wrong with it? We pay Pilotedge for the service. Pilotedge pays the people who are ATC. So the people who are on our ATC for Pilotedge network are, you know, they're not doing it for free. Like VATSIM, everything is for free. But for what's up, Dominic? Pilotedge, these controllers are this is their job. This is what they do, is provide this service at certain times of the day. I don't know if these guys do this full time, but they're definitely being paid to do it. My favorite payware plane. That's a tough one. I usually like to split that up into categories, either GA or airliner. I'll say for airliner, my favorite payware plane is definitely the A320 by Flight Factor. For general aviation, it's even harder because there's even more options. Man, that's tough. That's a tough one. I honestly don't know. Alright, 15 miles out. Searching. I think it's over here somewhere. That might be it right there, actually. That little bitty line right there might be our airport. I'm not sure. Let's see. There should be like mountains that lead us to it. Yeah, because it's definitely before this. Okay, so we need to start descending. Alright guys, sorry I can't see any more comments. I'm gonna have to land this plane and find this airport very quick. So hold on, let me get my track IR working so I can see things, and we're gonna come out of autopilot. Our power back, and airport should be off our nose. Oh yeah, I see it. It's right up in there. There it is. That right there is our airport. See that? You can bear the blurry line right there is our airport. Let me go ahead and let them know I have field in sight. Center Caravan 16 Bravo, we have the field in sight.
Caravan 16 Bravo, reverse terminus, Squawk VFR for exchange approved. See ya.
Squawking VFR for exchange approved. Thank you very much. Alright, Squawking VFR, and now we are free from the controller.
563 Papa, taxi parking.
And we can switch.
Actually, you want north or south
if
parking?
we wanted to. I'm going to stay on for a little bit though.
Direct straight Papa, roger, taxi can be a Bravo, have a good one.
Yeah, that area right there is where we're going. We might have to fly over. I don't know what the winds are.
730 Pop Charlie, taxi parking via Alpha, have a good day.
I think let's see what the elevation is. I do have some information on the airport, I think. Wait, info. Okay, elevation is 6,457.
16 Romeo Delta, unable to continue for the test. The altitude for the segment from San Marcos to Medu is 6,000. Take a look at the chart more closely. You'll see there's a note there. It's hard to see, but it is there.
Don't think he's talking to us. So I have my power back, and we're just gonna kind of glide in. I'm gonna take it slow. It's a very short and skinny runway. Very short and skinny. There's not even a lot of room to make a turn. I'm probably gonna land the opposite direction. Let's see, where's the wind at? Wind's coming. Actually, the wind is behind us. Yeah, so we're gonna fly over it and turn around, and then land back the opposite direction. I'm surprised you guys are liking this Caravan so much.
That was 240.
I mean, I've had this plane for a while. Is that another airport? That is another airport. Bro, Nathan, there's another airport right next to ours. There's one over here. Our airport's over here. That's like super close. Small little dirt strip on the mountain. Last time I was out here, I was in a tail dragger. Right. Winds just changed on us. We're gonna have a crosswind on the way in. Oh, is that the one? Is what airport is that? Do we have assignments there, or does somebody have assignments there? All right, land lights on.
Airport to the flash, contact Jolly Tower 126.
And here we are, guys. All this is our new scenery. Lots of forest. There is our landing strip right there. Yes, not the gray line, but the brown line. That little bitty brown line is where we're landing. It's a super tiny. It's a super tiny airstrip. Let me turn them down. It's a super tiny airstrip. There's literally nothing at this airport except for a porta potty. That is it. You stop here, you pee, and you can leave. Alright, I'm gonna try to go. We're on a left downwind right now. There's our airport right there. Keep an eye on it because it's really easy to lose. Because if you were just flying over here, you wouldn't even realize that that was an airport, to be honest with you. Put my flaps in early. Make a pretty short approach here. And try to line this up as best as I possibly can. I love flying out here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take the scenic approach. I'm gonna go all the way out. Because my scenery, it may be a pretty big file. I'm not really sure because space hasn't been a big issue to me lately. So I might have to shrink down this file for other people to download. But I covered this entire area. So like if you don't have ortho, this whole entire area is covered in ortho for people who download the scenery. And it also is covered in trees. But it's really cool to like just kind of fly out here over the trees. It really feels pretty immersive in my opinion. And that's why I extended it, because the airport is tiny, but the area around it is just beautiful and there's so much out here. So I had to incorporate this whole forest out here in this scenery package. Alright, so we'll go up here, we'll make a left turn. I'm gonna go right over this mountain. We're looking good so far. We're keeping a pretty slow speed. We're at 110 knots right now. That's freaking slow. It could be slower if we were in one of those bush planes. But I guess Caravan could be a type of bush plane. Let's make a sharp left turn here without stalling. We have 1 notch of flaps up right now. Nice tight turn. We're literally at 90 knots right now. Where's the airport? You're gonna see it, just watch. You gotta look real close to find it. Alright, now we're on final. Airport is right off, where is it at? There it is. It looks like a smudge in the ground. Alright, I'm gonna go full flaps. I know, right? Please don't crash. Alright, we're gonna go flaps full for this approach. And we absolutely have a crosswind, I feel it. Winds right now are, wow, 14 knots from the right. Alright, we're right at 60 knots right now. Start putting some power in. Power. Gonna trim the edges of these trees on the way in. Look at that crab. Another challenging thing about this approach is that the runway is actually on a slant, so we're gonna be landing downhill. Yeah. That's fun. I don't know if this is gonna be butter. We'll see. Ugh. Power, power. Look at that crosswind. Look at that windsock. Wow, that was really smooth. Reversers. We're gonna need them. The wind is pushing me off the runway. Runway's over here. Alright, we made it. Wow, that was the best landing I've had here so far, honestly. Usually I don't really make it. Alright. Yeah, look at that windsock. So this is the runway right here. This is it. This little bitty dirt strip that looks like a walkway. This is the dirt strip here at this airport, and I modeled this airport off of the real thing, so that's how it is in real life. So let's see if we can turn around. It's really windy, so it's kind of tough to just taxi out here. The flaps up. Yes, this airport is free. Yeah, when I saw this airport, I was like, man, I gotta make some scenery for it. Like, it's just so weird and different. It's so tiny. So right now we're just back taxiing the one and only main runway, and we're gonna go over there and go to the porta potty and take a nice pee, and we'll get out of here. Thankfully, we had a really good weather today. Last time I flew into this airport, the clouds were right at the top of these mountains, and so I had to first get under the mountains. I had to be brave and dive beneath the clouds under the mountains just to find the airport. All right, there's another Caravan here right now, and it's like there's a couple cars and some porta potties, so we'll taxi over to the right side. There we are. Welcome to Sakatar Meadows. Hope you guys enjoyed that flight, enjoyed that approach. All you can do here is take a pee, and then I'll bring you guys back. Alright, shut the engines off. Yeah, we'll turn off the radio. Nah, that's good enough. So cool. Legitness. Cool, man. Wow. If you do decide to download the scenery, send me some screenshots. I'd love to see some of you guys' attempts at approaching at this place. It's my first few tries, even in the Caravan, which is a really slow plane. It was just landing in that direction downhill. It's pretty tough to get the thing stopped. You can see there's a big gradient. It kind of starts low, it goes up where we're at the peak, and it starts going down like probably about 100 feet or so. So yeah, this is it. This is the airport. There's a few cars here just camping out. There's a Caravan, a guy waiting to pee. A bunch of trees out. There's one road that goes through here. But yeah, this is it. This is the airport. Very, very, very cool. Yeah, if this is your first time downloading scenery, you only need a couple extra libraries to download this. But I list all those in the README, all the libraries that you would need to use this scenery correctly. So if you have any issues where it says you're missing something, just check. Make sure that all of your libraries that are required for this scenery are updated. And as well as the other airport we flew out of, that airport is also another airport that I made. So I've been really enjoying making scenery and stuff like that. I've been learning how to use Blender and making 3D objects as well. So the current airports that I have out right now don't have any custom scenery. They're all using like Mr. X and RA and all that kind of stuff. But in the future, now that I'm learning how to do 3D scenery, I'm gonna start incorporating those custom made buildings that I made in the 3D program to do that. So looking forward to being able to incorporate that into my scenery. But anyways, guys, our stream has gone long enough today. I thank you guys so much for sticking with me. We flew all the way from Monterey Peninsula in the Barren. We switched to the Caravan when we got to Modesto. Did a bit of a longer flight here to Sacatar Meadows. But the cool thing is that we had to kind of talk to ATC about getting into a military airspace, which is pretty cool. You don't get to do that very often, so pretty dope. Well, guys, I hope to see you tomorrow. I'm not sure what I'm going to stream or when or where or whatever, but just stick around. And yeah, if you're interested in joining our FSEconomy group, that link is already in the description. If you want to join my Blue Games Discord, I need a moderator to go ahead and post that in the chat right now. And if you want any of this scenery, that is also in the links below as well. So feel free to do that if you want to, but I'm not going to force you to. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. It was just a really fun flight today. Really chill, real laid back. As I always say, remember you got 3 choices. Give up, give in, or give it all you got. Peace, love, and God bless you. Have a great day, a great week. Peace, love, peace, peace, pew, pew, pew. See ya. Oh, no. We gotta hit with the outro.